Hi, I'm Seamless, and today is Tuesday. I figured out what day it is, and this is the 40 plus 8th 40k tutorial. 49th, 40, what's the next one? This one was requested by randomlightbulbs, and it's a Deadmau5 sound. And I made it with Serum, and it sounds like this. Sounds like that. It's not exactly what's going on. Actually, as it happens, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're missing a lot of fun on the stream because I had some help with this one from none other than Sadwick. Aha. And it was his insight to go with square waves that actually made this sound a lot better, because I was trying to do this with saw waves and it didn't really work out so well. It didn't quite work out perfectly, even the way that I'm doing it now, but it got pretty close. So let's talk about what's happening here. I have this LFO. This is actually pretty much the core of all that's happening. It's modulating all the things that are moving. One low and one high, just because that's what the modulation felt like. It wasn't wholly necessary to use the LFO to do this. It just made it easier to kind of build the sound. Just because, I mean, you are limited kind of just this automation. You could just put on a macro and automate that and you'd be pretty much fine. But that's how I've chosen to do this here. But it's actually quite nice because now we can see quite clearly what parameters I've attached this to move the sound around. So right off the bat in the middle here, I have two square waves, and they both got different unisons and different unison detune amounts. Pretty similar, but they're just a little bit different, just to give a little bit of difference. And more difference includes that there's pitch modification going on, oscillator A, just a little bit, just to throw it around a bit while it's being filtered, as you can see, because also it's being on the filter. This is a band pass, band 12 this time. And I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. This sound is also played at a high-ish octave. And as a result, when I put the sub beneath it, I have the -1 octave active here. So that when it'll play the lower register on top of, well, below the current sound that we got going on here. I have the noise engaged again on the ARP circuit, which is cool. It's a nice sampling, and it's just turning on level as it gets higher. And in the effects section, I have the distortion on, but I'm doing something a little bit complicated with Serum's distortion, because Serum gives you this X shaper option. This is actually just a wave shaper, but instead of just giving you a wave shaper and calling it a day, we have an A and a B wave shaper. And the difference between the A and B is that the A is what happens when the drive knob is at 0, and B is what happens when the drive knob is at 100%. So you can actually tell it what the wave shape is going to be at either 0 or 100. Does not necessarily mean that 0 is off and then 100 is on. That's pretty sweet. So we automated the drive knob to be in with the LFO like everything else. And the mix is not all the way on, but it's pretty close. It's only like about 2/3. It's not really that close, but it's on. It's doing that. Yes. And that's really all there is going on right now is this sound. It's not a perfect recreation of the sound itself, the sound in question being a Deadmau5 sound, but it's pretty close. This preset will be available to download. If you have any questions about this, let me know. And as usual, have a nice day.